Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This little guy, come on buddy, is Popeye. Amelia's taken a very, very well-deserved nap, much earned, believe it or not. Well, we're the RC Sailors. Welcome to our RC family. Believe it or not, we have been trying to get a video to you guys for the last 4 or 5 hours. So bear with us. If I forget something in this video, I am scatterbrained, but this should still be fun. We're looking at a micro drone today. This is the Flytec T13. What do you think, Popeye? He's still eating, he's hungry, but he'll chase it for sure. I like this because it's a little folding arm drone. What we're gonna do in this video is take a closer look at what comes in the box. We'll show you the drone up close and nice and detailed shots. Then we're gonna fly it for you, let you know if it's worth your hard-earned money. So let's take a closer look. Now when we got ours, it was about $43, but we checked the price before this video, try to be as accurate on pricing as possible, and it was listed for around $37. So if you're interested, we'll have it linked in the description box below. Look at the folding arms. I really like this. It looks good when it unfolds. Popeye really is interested, and I think that's pretty cool. And it gets to be a pretty good sized drone when it's unfolded. It very much resembles some kind of a spacecraft. I like that because, look at this, the front propellers even fold, they all fold. All the propellers fold up, and I really like that a lot. It's just kind of neat, and it saves a little bit of space when it folds up. But what's really cool is the front arms, the motor is facing up, and the propellers are like a normal drone, and on the back, the arms are, everything is facing down. So it's opposite, which is very cool. And you can see that the front arms sit lower than the back arms, making this drone just look really cool. On the back, you'll see that we have a micro SD card slot. It does not come with a micro SD card. We're just gonna use a cheaper one that we have laying around here. Came with another little cheap drone, but it is formatted. And the battery slot. The battery is a, oddly enough, 520 milliamp little single cell LiPo. Just locks in place. There we go. And then you pull that back out to unlock it. Now the downside is that's pretty proprietary. They have this very proprietary casing around that. The only good thing about this battery is that it does charge through a micro USB charge cable to a full-size USB. Included, of course. And then let's take a look at the drone again. At the very front, you can see our camera. It should be a decent quality camera.
720p.
Really looks like it's supposed to tilt up and down, but it doesn't. That's just part of the shape of the body of the drone. I promise I'm gonna break it if I... No.
Jeez.
It does. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Grr.
Wow.
I feel like I'm breaking stuff. So maybe it's, I think it is supposed to. It's just not very much. Yeah, I may have just broke things. In this bag we have a Phillips screwdriver and then a lot of little spare blades. Looks like it came with 8 little spare blades. Here is the instruction manual, and that's where you can scan the QR code to download the app yourself, because this is a fully flown drone. There's no transmitter, unfortunately. We'll be using a little iPhone. If you want to check out the version we have, just so you know, we'll have it linked in the description box below as well. So let's get this in the air, see if it flies, and if it's worth your hard-earned money or not. Popeye's so anxiously waiting, he's like shaking a little bit. I want to point this out to you guys. The lights look really, really good. They're very bright. 2 white on the front, 2 red on the back. So a lot of people that fly toy grade drones really like having white and red lights to resemble that of a car. Super bright, so that looks great. I like that a lot.
Popeye, get down.
I'll move him when we get into the app here and we're ready to take off. The Wi-Fi feed looks pretty good. Now I'll hit record for you guys once we get up and running, but that's just the Wi-Fi feed, what you're seeing now. And it looks good. Camera quality looks pretty nice for a little toy. Keep in mind, this is under $40 right now through our link. So it's not bad. Not bad at all. Look at that tree. There's Popeye. It looks good. Okay.
Hit record before you take off, please.
Okay. We're recording, so I'm hoping that's saving to the micro SD card. You guys should have a level of quality of difference there. But I like to turn on the gyro because when I tilt the transmitter, it makes it easier to fly these little micro drones. Hop down, buddy. Hop down. So let's go ahead and hit the little takeoff button.
Popeye, that's enough.
Hey, Pop. Come here. Come here. Good boy. I wasn't expecting that. It kind of launched forward, but how cool does this look in the air? And if you look at the props, hopefully I can do this for you. Look at the props. Can you tell that the front propellers are actually higher than the back propellers? Can you tell that, Abby? It looks really cool. So even though the front arms sit lower, the front propellers sit higher. That is really cool. Woo! Little crazy, little crazy. This is a good sized drone. You could fly this easily outside as long as there's no wind. Let's go up to 60% on our controls. It's doing a good job. Yeah, this is pretty good. What other functions do we have in here? Let's figure this out. I wondered if we had a flip button, and I think we do, so let's try it. Flip. There we go. Okay. All right. Little rough.
Try again.
Little rough on the flip. I'm going to gain a little altitude here. You ready, Abby?
Yep.
Hit the flip button, tilt really hard in one direction, and it does not really like the flip at all. Because what you saw there was all it. It lost a lot of altitude on that flip, and then really had a very nasty delay to get back in the air. But you can see how easy this is to fly. I'm just using my one hand to kind of tip the phone around. See? Very easy to fly. This is probably one of the coolest looking tilt to fly drones that I've had my hands on. And it's doing a good job. It really is. Well, it's a little sensitive at 60% inside, so I'm going to knock it back down to 30%. I like it on that lower percentage, I think. Now we have this little, you're supposed to be able to draw on your phone and it go around, but watch what happens when you do that. I'm going to do this for you guys. I might break something and someone might get hurt here. But I don't like these, but you hit that little button, you draw something with your pattern on your right side, and then you hit, I think there's a go button, isn't there? The bottom one here? It's doing it, and I had to catch it. I'm trying to catch it, because that is not, it's never worked very well. You're supposed to be able to draw a little pattern, and then it fly in that pattern, but in such a tight space, it's just not very feasible. The flight time on this is pretty good though. I do like this. And we have this little option that has the on-off. You see on-off there? That is, we can turn the transmitter of the controller, like the phone transmitter off, so that you could fly with a dedicated transmitter, but this one just doesn't have one. So the app kind of covers that aspect for other drones that they might have that can do that. And then we have settings in the top right corner, and that's just going to let us reverse controls, fly with little FPV monitor for your phone.
She's awake.
Millie's awake. And we can turn on headless mode, I think.
That nap lasted 10 minutes.
Kill control back on. I accidentally turned it off.
There goes our fresh coat paint.
Yes, I did tear up the paint on the wall a little bit. Oops. Nothing a little fresh paint can't patch up. But being that there's, I guess that's a good thing that we did that, because there's no prop guards on here. So I probably wouldn't recommend flying this inside much, unless you're just going to hover in the middle of the room, kind of like what we're doing here. It's a little bit bigger than I expected it when it's all unfolded, and it's actually a good size front yard or backyard drone. It's got a great flight time. I'm really impressed. Really impressed. Really impressed with that flight time. I wasn't expecting that, because the shape of the drone made me think it would not fly very efficiently, but it really is. And the bright lights, again, just make it look like a really cool spacecraft. I like this thing a lot. You guys see what Abby's got there on the table? That's the cool thing about this drone. You can actually, the camera quality is good enough that it's usable. See what the little pink there is? There we go, low light, or low battery indicator. So let's hit auto land. Yeah, that was good. I think besides my new personal vendetta against this drone because it scratched my wall.
You can't even see it from here.
Can't see it unless you get up really close. Regardless, this is not a good drone to fly inside. I think I proved that very well. Especially for first-time flyers. A lot of people would probably buy this for maybe kids for Christmas or something. It looks really cool. The lights are awesome. It flies really well, actually. That was just my user error for hitting the wall there, but it was fun. I like it. I think this is a great front yard, backyard flyer for the price especially. You know, we see a lot of things in this price point that are very generic looking and just don't fly very well. This one looks unique. It flies well. It is under, right now it's under $40. It's generally under $50. What more could you ask for? That isn't too bad. It would be nice maybe if it came with optional prop guards to fly inside. It's funny I say that because we almost never fly with prop guards, so.
You say that after the wall gets scratched.
I know, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I think I'm beating myself up more about that than I thought you would be like upset about that.
No, you can't even see it.
Accidents do happen, right? But this was fun. It was a good flight and good flight time too. So yeah, it's really nice. Very nice. If you're interested, we'll have a link in the description box below. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.
Bye!